I never know quite what to tell you about. I'm going to tell you this, and don't do this unless you really want to, get in trouble and get hurt and get electrocuted and stuff like that. So if you want to do that, that's up to you, but don't blame me. One of the problems here is that this is a little tiny modular house, and it has its issues. One of them is that there's not really enough outside outlets. See, I showed this actually yesterday on a thing, and what these things are driving is the green wire is driving the motion detector light right there, and that's my Arlo cameras, if you're wondering, and that's my antenna I did the other day. That's gotten to be kind of a busy pole there, hasn't it? And the other one, of course, is running. I pulled it out some. Is you can see a little bit of the cable right there is driving the fountain, and I like the fountain. I don't love the fountain, but I like the fountain. So I'm going today. As you remember, I ran the cable through the house. I really haven't dressed that up yet because I haven't been here that much. So I'm going to free up this outlet today. So you say, how are you going to do that? Well, I'll tell you how. Oh, and I got to tell you something interesting. I've had these Arlo cameras all around the house. And the other night, and I look and see what goes on during the night. Usually I see animals. And it was pretty funny. I was in there, I was about half asleep. And I heard some voices out here, which is pretty rare. You don't hear people talking out here. But it wasn't really people. There was a bobcat, and he was about right here. And there was a tomcat, and he was about right here, all in the camera range. And I heard one of them say, "Hello, Bob." And then one said, "Hello, Tom." No, that didn't really happen. Just a little joke. I think that's from a cartoon. There's a bobcat and a tomcat. "Hello, Bob." "Hello, Tom." Okay, so I've already kind of started on this. And this is a prelude of things to come. I got some stuff from Austin Healey Spares Limited in England. And boy, that makes the Rimmer Brothers look like not good. I'm going to be rebuilding the starter and replace, these are great switches, and replacing the switch in the dash of the Healey. The Healey is on down the line. This is a very wonderful thing to find, and my friends in Australia will tell you that this is nice. That's the overdrive switch. I kind of wanted to have an extra one, but let's not get too far off. And these guys are great. I like these guys. So don't go to Rimmer Brothers, whatever you do. Should have always been dealing with those guys. So I believe they have locations around the world. Not sure about that. So as you can tell, I got to move my computer again. I've already cut a hole in the wall, and this is the back side of the outlet that you just saw. Let's go over the tools. And I'm not scared of making a drywall mess, because let me tell you, folks, I am a drywall pro, and when it comes to drywall work, I am the man. I don't care about the stupid drywall. Anyway, I have found a hot circuit there, and I'm going to tap into that. And what I'm going to do here, let me give you an explanation of what's happening. I don't know if you can even see it, but there's the back side of that outside box that's being used at this time. I am going to, and you notice I don't have a register on that. They make noise. I just rather just blow the air. I don't care if got some deflectors there. I don't like the whistling noise. It's just, if you got a whistling noise, and I've heard some people say they'll hear music or something, they'll hear something weird. A lot of times it's your air conditioning heat register in the floor and the ceiling or whatever. So clean them or take them out or whatever you want to do. But they can you can break your foot on that thing, but I'm not walking over there that much. So the point is, I'm going to tap in, and I'm going to put me some little string of outlets on a thing, you'll see in a minute, here, so I can charge the batteries on things and not have to go over here. And I've got a switch mounted right here And that is going to turn my fountain on and off from right here at my desk. So that's just the way I am. That's just the kind of the things I do. And I got lucky on that, and that I found that power source right there. So always have a hot wire stripped and just hanging out into your room like this. Now don't ever do that. So I just did that to sort of research what I had. Have your meter, have your drywall cutter, tool, blades, the bits, the tools, and everything else. And we will go further into this in a moment. I got to shut this computer down and move it so I can get access to this thing. See, I don't have a register on it. It's actually running right now. The air conditioner is running right now, and you can't even hear it. I can hear the compressor a little bit. It cut the noise down an unbelievable percentage. So let's get this going. Shouldn't take too long. And I'm going to get back down to the Jaguar. I got the Healy, the Jaguar, and some other stuff. Can't remember. I don't know. I try to just keep up with it all. I sit here and get ideas, and then all of a sudden I'm busy for days. It's, you know, don't be afraid to actually exercise your ideas. Okay, don't be afraid of that ever. Okay, let's get going. Well, I just met Dalton. Dalton's the fellow that is going to be coming out and bush hogging stuff for me. So, nice kid. And I'll show him around the cars later today. So there's sort of what I've done. I decided to bring y'all in on this. So, I have it all done and weather sealed. Now I'm enclosed here a little bit anyway. I'm trying to beat the sun. See, it's right there, and then there's my arm. So I got all that wire nutted and taped and everything. And I always have to remind myself that I'm not in a big fancy house anymore. So right into here. Okay, let's put the drill out of the sunlight. Ooh, there's my sunglasses. Let's put those away. So this is just kind of the real time what happens. People just drive up here. I guess I should have given him my number so he could call. So I've got everything tied in. I've got everything going to this one cable here. So this one cable will now do my motion detector and my fountain, and we are not talking big old amperages here. So we can just stuff that in there. Now what I'll do later is I'll get some vinyl paint or something and come out here. Let's get all my tools out of the sun. Got to be careful here because you can drop stuff and then you got to go get it. So I can just paint this later, paint it black or gray or whatever, and you'll never know it. Now watch this. I don't have to leave that open anymore. Now I got the same situation on the back. So I don't think I'm going to worry so much about that because I don't have much need of that outlet. So let's just go in here and see what we got. So I've got my computer moved and everything, and then I got everything turned off. Always check and make sure that you got your stuff turned off. That's why you got a meter. And I should be able to reach right into here and find me my orange wire, and there it is right there. So there you go. That's the wire we just had outside. And I've got my, I think I need to do something about, oops, oh, noise alert. And I think I need to do something about covering that up while I'm doing this work. So let's see if, nope, that's not hot. That's, don't ever do that. Just check it with your meter. I was pretty sure it was off. Okay, so now I'm going to make an extension and come over here and put my plugs, my 12 extra plugs right there. Try not to bop my head on the TV here. Then let's try not to mess up your glasses. Okay, let's see. So I made this choice out of, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Out of where it was made. This is an old Radio Corporation of America. Speaking of that, I got to see if I've got something with Nipper on it. Y'all know who Nipper is? See, there's the old RCA symbol, and there's that 1970s thing. But this one is made Indonesia for the Indonesians. Let's see if I can find anything with Nipper on it. And I'll tell you who Nipper was if you don't know. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. So this is a step in the right direction here. I covered up my register and my exchange. I couldn't find anything with Nipper on it. Nipper's the pit bull dog looking into the Victrola on the old RCA logo, because RCA could duplicate sound so well that dog couldn't tell if it was a recorded moment of his master's voice. That's where I had some cable up there a long time ago. Oh, got it. So what I do here is, when you run into these things and you want to mount something and you don't have the template that came with it and all that other stuff, you can get your micrometer and you can just measure across here to here. I don't even know. Okay, this thing's driving me crazy. This camera, what? Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to, it wants to auto, I don't know, you'll see. So there are your two holes in the back of your thing. You find your on center, and then you go over here to your on center, and you put your screws in. Now what's wrong with that? Well, I'll tell you what's wrong with that. You gotta make sure you don't hit your drawers. Okay, and these kind of drawers, not the ones that you have on your body. So what you hope is that you just let's see. I was pretty careful about it. You can tell this is an oldie. Look at that phone line. Whoa. Oh, come on. I want you to work on camera. Well. Oh, there you go. The screw heads are probably just a little too... So I think the screw heads are bigger than the holes there. Well, there's one way to find that out, isn't there? But, well, I want this to work on CAMBOT here. That one's going. That one just went. Okay. Then you slide it back, and that locks her into place. See, that's... There you go. Good enough for plugging in and unplugging. And here's our wire from outside. Always use orange, that'll look the best. Try not to mess up my wall there. And when was the last time you watched a DVD, huh? Guess it's possible. So I'm not gonna tighten that up any more than that. That's good enough for plugging in, especially battery chargers. Let's just, where is that thing? Where do I have one? I don't know, always way over there. All right, let's wire all this up and call it a day, okay? This is kind of difficult to explain. So, I got my hot wire over here. I cut it and tapped into it. And then I ran, how can I explain this? Good, okay. It's like this. You got the power station here, and you got the smoke coming out of the top, which is good. All that's good stuff. Don't worry about that. And then you've got whatever it is you're doing, your load. And one side of the power station is, you go back to that. Boy, I'm telling you, I got no good with this camera. And the other side goes here, and you get a light. You generally, all you're doing is breaking one side of the circuit. There's some of my rudimentary early drawings about this. So your switch, you just put your switch on what, I usually put it on the hot side. In this country that would be the black wire. And the runner is generally the white, and sometimes you'll see red. If you see a white wire, put a meter on it. I've been hit by white wires. They use that in 3-pole switches and stuff. So what you want to do is you just want to switch one side. Let me tell you here, I found a way to tighten this up real nice. I ran the wire from the switch underneath it and sort of made a shim out of that. So it's hard to explain, especially with my poor camera handling. But you just ran it through here, and now that made that super tight. Now we are. What am I gonna do? What have I got? Oh, I got this. Let's do this. Where does that go? That goes here. We're gonna show this. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to do this or not. Don't think it'll reach that far. Will it? Yeah. Ooh, just barely. And so this light we can tell isn't on. Okay, when did I do that? In 2015. Okay, so I got my hot wire. I hooked it back up to whatever else it was going to. I think this outlet. That wire you saw me drill, I came into that. I got the wires out of this. This is the switch. One side hot, the other side's runners. So you take your hot wire out of the switch and you go to this on the hot side, and then you go out to the fountain. So 3 coins in a fountain. So let's go see if the breaker will come on and not have my house explode. It's something you really need to draw out. Okay, well, it didn't kick back on me. Let's see if the little light is on, charging, going through my Monster surge protector. And it's hard to tell in the sunlight. Yeah, it's on because you can see 1, 2, 3. Da 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 da. So I'm not settled out here yet. So what we should see here is when I turn this switch on, barring any sparks, that fountain should come on and this light should come on. You ready? Okay, hot side. We should see water. Now this will be one of the rare times that I'll do this thing on this camera anyway. Focal distance on this thing is weird. Okay. Switch on, and there comes the water. And there's the light. Okay, so let's just see. And I'm gonna turn the switch off. There you go. Switch off. Oops. That's that silly spacer thing. This thing's, I don't know what this thing's from. I think it's from the 30s or 40s or whatnot. So let's go back here. It's time for some super glue, I guess. So I can't touch this now because that fell out. So the fountain's off. We can clean all this up, and I'll show you the end product, and I'll show you. I'm the drywall kid, baby. You've heard of the hole in the wall gang, right? I'm the dry in the wall gang. So I'm a king of that. Okay, so let's just see here. Everything looks good. I know this looks very confusing, and your results will vary in whatever it is that you're doing. But see, now at night, if I forgot to unplug the fountain, and I can hear it in here at night, I like the sound of it. But, you know, come 11, 12, 1, or whatever it is, I want to turn it off. I don't want to go outside anymore now. I can just reach under here and turn it off. I can just reach right there. I know I don't have a cover plate. I'm going to get one. So the thing about a cover plate is you gotta, well, anyway, I'll just put it there, You know how it is. You have to cut the edge off to get a cover plate on it. Maybe I can just put some duct tape on it, right? So let me double check all my connections. Let me get my units back on here. Let's see if these will come back on. Yep, click, bang. Yep, I got these USB or UPS things. Okay, and they are recharging now. And I can close all this up. It's gonna look great. Trust me. Now I'm taking this for whoever wants to see it. But Nick asked me the other day what was the bush hog like that they use when they come out here, and it's one of those folding double wing things, you know, that does that. And here he comes. It's a big old thing, and I gotta stop him before he goes, because I promised him I'd show him a few things. I'm glad I did that work yesterday. Gives him a little bit easier line to deal with. So sometimes when I'm sitting here, this is what comes by my front window. Wait for it. There he is. Whew, that's a big one. So that's whatever that thing is. And you got one of them. That's just nice. That'll get rid of all the mice and snakes and everything here. And I want some of the snakes, but not all of them. Well, that's a big double yoker. All right, just thought I'd throw that in there. How many of you know what this is? A very seldom used tool. I thought I had lost it, but I had to find it up here. So I believe that we'll be using this here pretty soon. So let's see, what else I got? Oh yeah, I'm gonna finish up what's going on here. So I'm gonna talk about this switch in another segment, I think. Between that, I just love these switches. Okay, so let's look at this. So everything's as it should be. And let's just pretend I want to sit here and enjoy the fountain. Well, you just see the fountain off. Just flip it on. And there it is. I can just barely hear it in here. And sometimes I sit here with nothing on. I mean, nothing turned on. I don't sit here with no clothes on. But you gotta click it off. I'm loving it. Okay, let's go outside for a second. I have a very sad report to make here. Once again, we have a problem with parts. And I got this from Austin Healey Spares Limited. It has no reflection on them at all, okay? I want to make that really clear. And they're a great company. They just got hold of something bad. It's a simple switch. I've already informed them of it. I don't care if they replace it or not. It's only 4.5 pounds, what, $6, $5-6. And this switch does not turn off. Now, if you would have installed this on your overdrive, this is an overdrive relay, and I got this from them too, and I checked it, and it works okay. You can, well, let's see if I can make that go. You can see that. See it pop out of there a little bit? Let's try that again. This is not the proper amperage at all. And see, there you go. It's working. So I know that's working, and I sure as hell ain't going to put this in. Sometimes you have to take the seat out of the car and the transmission tunnel off and all kinds of stuff. I'm not sure about that on mine, but I've seen guys having to do that. So you can put this little lip down here and all that other stuff. So that's okay. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn my volt ohm meter to continuity, and she'll make a tone when you got continuity. So I'm going to put the camera here and make that stop. Oop, don't want to drop my camera. Don't want to get on camera that I'm dropping my camera. So here's the switch, and I can't see mine frame. Okay, right about there. Okay, so I put this on one side and put this on the other, and I got continuity. I got continuity no matter what I do, on, off, anything else. Now when I first got this switch, now if you put that in, your overdrive or whatever it is your load is would just be on all the time. You would quickly learn that you had a problem there, but that's the hard way. So I've gotten to where I check everything before I put it in. That's a lovely switch, and these are so dependable. It makes a kind of an unhappy noise internally, kind of a grinder switch in there. And I may, because I have no loss, it's not worth sending back to Ekman Dwight or anything like that. So I decided I don't know what you guys want to do about it. I think I have some brushes on order, back order through them for the starter of the Austin Healey, and so I may take this apart and just look and see what happened to it. It just got put together badly, or the spring was faulty, or some contact in there. No reflection on the supplier at all. It's the manufacturer. So I don't know who manufactured it, but it doesn't have anything stamped on it. I've looked. It doesn't say Lucas or anything on it. But I would love to have this switch. The one in there now is kind of ugly, and I just kind of like the look of that. And I don't think I've ordered these in the past, and I have them in various places on various cars, and they work great. But this one's just something's wrong inside. Let's get the little screwdriver out and see what's in there. Okay? Looks like fun to me. Sad kind of fun, but fun, you know. I took it apart, and it looked to be not assembled correctly. I don't really have a heart of using this for my overdrive. I'll use it for something else. If you ever take a switch apart, you mark it. See, I got the little red mark right there, and I got a red mark up here. You can see the red ink. And you just pay attention to how it's assembled. There are two contacts in there, of course, and there's a little sliding little metal sled, and then there's a nylon device with a dimple, and then a spring, and then a cap, and then the thing goes in the being the base. You know, it's pretty simple. I didn't even think about showing it because switches are very simple internally. So most of them. Some of them are a little too simple, maybe like this one. Now see, it's off, and now it's on. Now would I use this on lights or something? Yeah. On my overdrive, not a chance. I'll get one of my Spark Fun switches, or just leave the switch that's in there. Although I don't love it, I certainly don't. This just feels it's all snappy now. It was not like that before. It was gravelly. So I just got hold of the bad one. If I get a new one of these and it works, I'll use it. Who knows, I might be better off. They went to the trouble of putting a little bit of dielectric grease in there too. So I like it, but I don't love it. And I don't use stuff on $5,000 transmissions and overdrive units in a vintage British sports car that I don't love. I have to love it. Okay, well, at least I got a switch, and maybe they'll send me another one. It doesn't matter to me, but no. I think I'm just going to go back to Spark Fun and order 5 more of those switches that I like. I don't know if I would make the little red light work and the little LED light in Spark Fun, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, that's it. It seems like I have 200 things to do, and they're all very small. And so let's go take that silicone back down there, and I'll show you the finish out of the project. Yeah. All right, so to finish out the antenna project, that's as good as that's ever going to look right there. That cable. Probably took you a while to even find it. Big deal. Let them look. So I painted that cable. Well, get back up in there. Come on, get back up in there. It's good enough. So I painted that orange cable black. Like I said, I did that, and so I got my outlet back, and I would say from 20 feet away you couldn't even tell that was a cable. So that's fine. That's gonna be it, I guess. And there's where I sit, right there. I think Mick's right. You can't see in there. I get to see out, but you can't see in. Let's put this switch in. Let's I don't know. Let's just do some other stuff. How did that get back there? not pigs or anything. I use ramen noodles for cooking more than anything else anymore. Just give them a little scrimpy flavor. All right, let's get down to the shot. But on this ends this. So give me a thumbs up. Log in and hit that like button and subscribe. And tell your friends to subscribe too. Okay. Wipe your muddy boots. Okay. Bye-bye.